Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to tie a little tarpon fly that I like. We're using Danville 210 pink today. Lay down a thread base, bring it back between the point and the barb of the hook. We're going to use some feathers. We're going to align 2 sets of feathers, so that'll make 4 total. These feathers don't have much curve to them, but when you put the 2 sets of 2 together, you want them to splay out as much as possible. And I'm not good at tying in feathers on each side, so I just put them on top and tie them all down at once. I do 2 loose wraps, and they get tighter as I wrap forward a little bit. And trim off the excess. Clean that up a little bit. And tying in feathers really is that easy. Next we're going to tie in 3-inch flash brush. I can't remember the exact name of this, but it's a 3-inch purple flash turned into a brush. It's an EP product. Tie that in, and then palmer this forward like you would any other brush material. Give it, depending on how much flash you want, I do about 2 to 3 wraps, and then tie it off. And some people snip it. I like to helicopter it off. It snaps the wire and you're not left with that little tag that could possibly break your thread. And pull it back. And this is where we're going to tie in our eyes. I normally have these sitting here ready, but I have misplaced them. Give me 1 second. Okay, we're back, and that only took me about a minute to find these stupid things, and they were sitting right in front of me. These are small brass eyes. I don't know if you can see that very well, but I like to tie these in about, I'd say, 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch back from the eye of the hook. Do your figure 8s, then do your under wraps, lock those down, and come back about halfway roughly. A little more than halfway. And now we're going to use the dreaded bucktail. Cut off from the base. It has more trapped air in it. And get out all your under fluff. Alright. and then judge how far back you want it. I like it about 3/4 of the length of the feathers. And spin your thread counterclockwise. That turns it into a rope. Two loose wraps as usual, and you can either spin it or just push down on it while you tighten up your thread, which in turn spins it a little bit. Now, a little trick that I learned watching Gunnar Bramer, however you say his last name, is don't pull down like this, you'll snap your thread instantly. Pull down this way and support your thread and you'll get some flare. And I give it a couple more wraps there, and then you pull everything back. This is the one part I'm not a fan of deer hair for, pulling it all back. Give a couple of wraps in front of your deer hair. Actually, I don't like the way that looks, so we're going to undo that and redo it. And I want to move the thread more forward toward the eyes. Pardon the screw up. Another small little chunk of deer hair. Bucktail. Measure it out again. Spin your thread. Two loose wraps. Pull down while you spin that around. Hey, look, I broke my thread. Alright, disaster averted. Got my thread tied back on. Now we just want to position that the way we want it. Pull this back. And then come up right behind the eyes. Make a little thread dam. You want all that deer hair to kind of flare out like that away from the front. Then you can come up and whip finish, and that's the entire tying portion. And that only took 8 minutes and 48 seconds, including my screw ups. Now the trimming portion. You just kind of trim the front portion back at an angle. All the butts is all you're trimming. You don't want to trim the collar, just the butts that are sticking up to create a little head that pushes water. That's all we're trying to do here. Okay. just to create a little head that pushes water right there. That deer hair works really well for pushing water. Little drop of super glue, seal the threads. I like super glue over the UV gels for longevity. And that's it.